welcome back. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make this really cute rustic scarecrow wall hanging. This is sort of like a collaboration that I'm doing with my friend V from Tapstick Design. She also has some cute fall crafts, so I'm going to link to her video down in the comments and in the description box. Alright friends, let us get started. First off, what do I have here? A muffin pan. Do you know the Muffin Man? The Muffin Man! I have a muffin pan here. I also have some spray paint. Now, this is the color that I have on hand, Satin Almond. But what we're going to be looking for here is a color of Scarecrow. Like, you make Scarecrow out of burlap, whatever. Whatever color that you want to use for your Scarecrow faces, because each one of these is going to be turned into a little Scarecrow face. So I'm going to take this outside and I'm going to paint it. What I did first though is I wiped it down with some rubbing alcohol and let that dry, because if you get fingerprints on it or whatever, your paint is not going to stick very well. After I paint it and let it dry completely, excuse me, I'm going to go over it with probably 1 or 2 coats of a clear spray paint just to seal it in, because this is metal and the paint will scrape off. So make sure that you put on a nice top coat. Now, if you're using acrylic paint and paint brushes, let it dry, and then you still really want to seal it because the paint will scratch off kind of easily. You can seal it with Mod Podge or what have you. So I'm going to go do that, and then we will come back and we're going to put on some faces. Alrighty, the paint has pretty much dried on this. So now what you're going to do is take a pencil, or don't take a pencil. I've got paint under my nail. Oh well. If you want to sketch on the faces first, go ahead and do that. But I'm just going to take the pencil, and then we're going to... How the best can I hold this? Let's start down here, I guess. I always say to draw things on before you use your paint. Though, you can just erase it or draw back over it, and you're not wasting your paint. And then just draw on the faces however you want them to look. So I'm going to draw them on, all 6. Okay. So now that I have the faces drawn on, I don't know if y'all can see that or not. Can y'all see this? I got like some little faces drawn on there. We're going to be using these paint pens. Whee! So I got these at Hobby Lobby. These are the Hobby Lobby brand paint markers, paint pens, whatever you want to call them. Black, orange, and white. And now I'm just going to take them and go over the lines that I drew here. I just always, even though I've been using these markers for a while, I always like to just tap them a little bit on paper just to make sure that the paint is flowing. And now we're just going to draw over what we drew here. And I'm probably going to have to hold this down in my lap so that I don't make an utter mess. But I'm going to try to do one of them here. Let's see. Whee. Easy here, because you don't want it to scratch the paint underneath, which the nozzle can do that. The tip, whatever you want to call it nozzle. So just gently do that. And I'm going to go over all of them. Okay, so this is what I have. Is it perfect? Absolutely not. Does it have to be? Again, absolutely not. So now what we're going to do, we gonna make a mess. We'll take some of this raffia here, and you can get this at Walmart, pretty much any craft store. And all I'm doing is we're just going to cut some of this off, and this is what we're going to use for the straw hair. Okay, get off of there. So we're just going to take this, let's just get a few little pieces here. And then I'm just going to put some glue, like right along here. And we're going to glue this down. Just squeeze a little bit out. There we go. There we go. I'm just going to squeeze a little bit. And then very, very gently press this down on top. And whoopsie, there we go. And I'm just going to kind of hold this in place like that until this glue sets up. Okay, so I've got the majority of this glued on. And I have a few pieces here that are just all straggly. And once I get the bows on, I'll go back and I'll trim all this down, make it look a little bit better. But I made some bows out of this ribbon. I got this at Walmart. Lordy, I have paint all over me. And now we're just going to glue a few of these little bows on right here. And a couple more on this one and this one. Now that I have the bows on, I have some of this Spanish moss. You can get this at Dollar Tree, Walmart, any craft store. And let's just trim this hair down a little bit. Doesn't have to be perfect. Like I say, don't obsess over things being perfect. You ever seen a perfect scarecrow? I haven't. But anyway, I don't like, well, there's a stick. I don't like all of this openness here. So all that we're going to use this for is just to try to fill in some of these little gaps. Just to kind of break up the color a little bit for one. If you don't like this, don't use it. So I'm just going to put that here, get these glue strings off, and then I'm going to put some more in these other spaces. Okay, now that I have that glued on, I'm just going to take some of this twine here and let's make a hanger. Okay, we're going to tie a knot. Whoop. All right, let's trim the end off here. All right, so now we're just going to take this folded end here. Well, and we're going to run it through this hole up here at the top. Now we're going to just take that loop and pull that through there. And there is our hanger. You don't need anything fancy. This is just something rustic looking, just a cute little something. Maybe if you have, you know, a muffin pan or something, you know, that's messed up and you don't want to use it for baking anymore. You know, this is just something cute that you can use it for. It's not meant to be anything extravagant. Here. Whee! Oh, Lord. Now we got to cut that. All right, so let's take a look. And I don't think I want to put a bow up here because then that's going to mess up the bow here. So I think I'm just going to leave that as is. Let's see if there's anything else that I want to stick on there. Probably not. You know what? I do have something else that I could stick on there. I have like this little pick here. Where did it come from? Hobby Lobby, I believe. And we can just stick some of the little pieces here. Just here, there, and everywhere. Just to give it a little extra something, something. Let's see, there's some leaves and this cute flower, which I don't think there's going to be really room on here for this flower, but I can take some of these little berries off and just stick them here and there. So I'll do that and we'll come back. All right, I think that's suitable. That is pretty darn cute. Is that just something fast and easy to throw together? So, I hope that you enjoyed this. If you would, please give it a thumbs up, click subscribe, check me out on other forms of social media, the links to all of which will be in the description box down below, and I will talk to y'all later. Bye!